Hey, Crosswatcher for Leo. This is going to be a general reading for those of you who are curious about a Leo in your life. Keep in mind these are general readings. Some of it may resonate, all of it may resonate, not very much of it may resonate. But I promise you, if Spirit has brought you to this video, there's at least one message in here for you. If you're a Leo and you're watching because you're trying to figure out if I hit the nail on the head, keep in mind, once again, these are general readings, so same rules apply. And maybe your person is not cross-watching on my channel. Maybe they're cross-watching on a different channel, or maybe they don't believe in tarot readings. So, you know, there's that possibility as well. I'm not doing this to do any spying. I'm not doing this to spill tea or to throw shade. I'm doing this with the intention and asking that the information that come in be for the best and highest good of all those involved, to bring about healing, to bring about positivity, to bring about closure if need be, just to bring high vibes and positive, constructive interaction. That's my intention here with these readings, and that's the information that I'm asking to have come up for you guys. And we're going to see what's going on with Leo in July for Leo and Crosswatcher. So we have Two of Earth. Your Leo is busy. Your Leo is having their hands very full at this time. So they might be trying to juggle things like family life, career, school, maybe all of the above, maybe other things that are going on. I feel for some reason some of you Leos, or some of you are dealing with a Leo that's going through some kind of issue with children from another relationship where there's actually like a custody issue. Because I just heard that custody hearings. So they might be really kind of, you know, taking all of their mental energy on this, or, you know, running around and trying to like be in compliance or meet certain requirements or court dates or things like that. They might be very busy or stressed out about that. Obviously, not all of you are dealing with that. Not all of you have a Leo that has children or has issues with custody. But for some of you, for whatever reason that came up, and my rule is if I hear it, I have to say it. For other ones of you, I feel like you're dealing with a Leo who something has happened with them. I feel at work, or within family, that has hurt their pride, where they feel a little bit foolish or they feel a little bit embarrassed. So maybe it's like a family member put them down or offended them, or maybe at work they recently or not that long ago, maybe they got laid off or fired, or maybe they were like disciplined for something or written up about something and they're embarrassed and they don't want to like tell anybody about it. But I feel like this is kind of shaken their confidence. Like they're really having a hard time not taking it personally. Sometimes with Two of Earth, to me, it's a card about like feeling like you're looking foolish, or being worried about looking foolish, or feeling embarrassed in some way. And that's just kind of a strong vibe that I'm getting as I'm looking at this Two of Earth. So some of you are dealing with a person who might be feeling distant for that reason, or they might be trying to overcompensate. You might be like, Leo, like what's gotten into you? Why are you being so haughty? Or why are you being like insulting or condescending? And it's because their ego is bruised and they're trying to find ways to like make themselves feel better. Or they might just be cranky. Maybe they're not putting you down, maybe they're not being condescending, but maybe they're just cranky or moody or distant. And so I do feel in some way their ego has been bruised. You got to keep in mind with Leo, depending on if they're high vibrational or low vibrational, Leo can either be a sign that wants a lot of attention, or they can be a sign that really wants to please. Like they really genuinely want to please. They really care how their friends and family and coworkers see them. Their public image is important to them. Okay, so if you're dealing with a low vibrational Leo, it could be somebody that like they're kind of in this really ego space where they're like wanting to be put up on a pedestal, Or if you're dealing with a higher vibrational Leo, it could just be somebody who feels very hurt. Like, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to make people happy. I'm trying so hard to do a good job, and I'm not meeting that requirement. So they could be taking this very hard. And that's something for you to keep in mind. So have patience with your Leo, especially if you're dealing with a Leo who's very busy, who has a lot going on. They might not be able to, answer your phone call right away or answer your text right away. They might not be able to get together with you as often as they like, or that they would want to, or that you would like. And if they're being moody or weird, it could just be emotionally, they're not feeling so great right now. Something might be happening that's affecting their self esteem. For some of you, this might even be translating in the bedroom. Like, they're not able to perform in the bedroom because there's like this self-esteem issue for some of you. Next, here we have love. Okay. This is a major arcana card. So you're definitely in this energy here with this Leo where you have a very strong soul connection. And I'm hearing the word temptation, 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 temptation. So maybe some of you are watching and you're dealing with a Leo that, like, you're already in a relationship, but this Leo is like tempting you, or like they've caught your eye and you're having a really hard time getting them out of your head. But with this card, it's labeled here as love, and in traditional tarot it would be called the Lover's card. So it's really a card about choices or decisions. The old school title of this card is the Lover's card. I'm sorry, is the choice, the choice. So some of you are having to make a decision about, whether you're gonna let this Leo in or stay in your current relationship. Or sometimes with the cross reader videos, or cross watcher videos, the energies could be crossed. Maybe your Leo's in a relationship, but you feel chemistry with them, and there's a decision that's gonna have to be made. I think for those of you that you're already with this Leo, you guys are already involved and you're already together, you're gonna have to make some decisions about what is a deal breaker for you. I feel it's coming into a time of certain things that are going to have to be sacrificed here. For example, if you are dealing with a Leo that's really working their butt off and they're doing a lot of things, is there something that you can do that you could sacrifice to cut back expenses, so maybe they don't have to work as hard? Or maybe things that you guys as a couple can sacrifice or simplify so that you guys don't have to work so hard and you can have more time to spend together. If it's a situation with children from a previous relationship or a custody situation, are you going to be able to sacrifice some time and be understanding and know that they're going to be very busy with their kids, or that if you all continue in the relationship at some point, these kids might be living with you part of the time? A decision to be made in that way. It's about the relationship and the soul connection that you feel, but sometimes this card comes up also with, like, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? Or sometimes something has to be sacrificed for this relationship. And so some of you are going to have to make decisions about that, cross watcher. Next, we have Six of Earth. And this is a positive card because this has to do with, like, I don't want to say good luck, but a positive turn of events when it comes to finances and when it comes to being able to get out of debt, being able to save money, put money away for the future, being able to also have enough money to have a good time, to take trips or to treat yourself. And most importantly, I think, to me anyway, also is to have enough money where you could still do all of those things, get out of debt, have fun with your money, save for the future, and also give to charity or to give to those less fortunate in the appropriate causes at the appropriate times in the appropriate amounts. It's a card of being able to have generosity. I do feel that for some of you cross watchers, you are dealing with a Leo that, yes, they've been working very hard and they might be coming into money more towards middle of July to end of July. and maybe they're getting a bonus, or maybe they're landing some kind of a deal. Something is happening positive with money. Or maybe it's not like maybe it's not a child support case or a custody case. Maybe they've got like a legal case that's been ongoing, but then maybe they're winning that case and they're receiving money. But I feel for some of you cross watchers, your Leo is wanting to do something generous for you. So they might be wanting to take you away on a trip to say thanks for standing by me. Or they may be buying you a present or a gift. Or they may be trying to help you out in some way. I just heard co signing of a car. So I don't know, maybe some of you are considering co-signing for a Leo, or a Leo is going to be co-signing for you. But we're talking like some kind of big level generosity for some of you coming in. For other ones of you, this generosity is going to be more about balancing out time and attention and energy and effort, especially if you've been dealing with a Leo that you feel like they've been keeping you as like a lower priority, or you're feeling left out, or you're feeling like everything else in their life is more important to them than you are, and that you're just kind of on the bottom of the list. Your Leo is going to be stepping up and trying to change that. Like, they realize that they've been doing that and they feel bad about it, and they're trying to prove to you, or they're trying to show to you that, yes, Crosswatcher, you're very important to me, and I'm going to work harder to make sure I'm giving you more attention, or keeping in communication with you more regularly, spending more time with you, quality time together. Because even though Six of Earth is a card about money, we see the discs or the coins there. Money is a physical measure of energy spent. Money is a symbol for energy. People don't realize that. Sometimes people forget, right? You go to work for 40 hours a week, your boss gives you pay for 40 hours. Every single one of those dollars, or whatever the currency is wherever you live, every single one of those dollars is a representation of time that you spent there working. That money that you get is the energy that you gave. So money is a physical way of showing energy. So this is a card about energy. So if it's not about like financially being generous towards you, they're putting more energy, more effort into the relationship, more energy, more effort into you. They're wanting you to know that you're important to them, or that they do treasure you. Uh, your next card here is Ace of Earth. This is another money card. This is another Earth card. So this is very interesting. Okay. Your Leo might be coming into some positive energy here financially. But I think this is the biggest part, because for me, Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles has a very special meaning. I've said this in the previous video, so if you're one of my regulars, and if you've heard me say this before, I apologize for being like a broken record, but it needs to be said. In my readings, when Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles comes up, yes, it does mean that there's some kind of abundance coming in, some kind of new opportunity or a new beginning. But I have found in my readings, this card comes up to let me know that the person I'm reading for is about to have this really massive shift in their energy, where they're breaking out of some kind of generational curse, or some kind of really difficult pattern in their life that kept repeating, or some chakra that's like been forever blocked and they've been stuck and they haven't been able to unblock it. There's this massive breakthrough that's happening, where all of a sudden this block that just seemed like it was never going to go away is being busted wide open, is like done. It's done with. So those of you who've been dealing with a Leo, that maybe like you felt in some way that they're stuck in life, or they've just like had this way that they kept shooting themselves in their foot, or they've just been having a pattern that they kept repeating, they're coming into this energy where they're finally going to be able to bust out of it. They're going to be able to make the change, to stop repeating that cycle, to stop repeating that pattern, and to come into new energy. To, we call this in metaphysics, or the psychic community refers to this as ascending. They're ascending, they're coming up into a higher energy. Okay. And so that's going to translate for them in ways of being more successful in their life, not just financially, but other ways in which we can be successful, have healthier relationships, have more meaningful connections, be in our joy, just being in a better place. And then we've got the Hanged Man. This is our stalker card for the month of July. More signs have received this card than not in the Crosswatcher videos. I think there's been a couple of signs that didn't get it, but so far all the other ones have that I've done. And so this keeps popping up. So this is more of a universal energy, Crosswatcher. It's not just about you. It's not just about Leo. This is like a universal energy that seems to be happening. And I feel this is going to be the theme of the summer for a lot of people. Sometimes when people see the Hanged Man, they get upset, right? Because like here we are talking about Leo and all of the progress that Leo is going to be making. So some of you are like, awesome, we're going to move in together, or we're going to be finally able to get married, or we're going to finally be able to have babies, or we're going to finally be able to buy a house or move to a better place, or whatever it might be. Yes, all this progress is happening, but the Hanged Man is letting us know whatever that big goal is or whatever that big leap is might take some time. It might not be coming in right away. And so when people see the Hanged Man, they get disappointed. Like, oh no, it means that, things aren't going to change or nothing's going to happen for a while. But they forget something very important. The Hanged Man is a major arcana card. So that means it comes up when we're at a significant crossroads. We're at a significant moment in our life path that something very big is happening in terms of our life purpose, our growth, a soulmate connection. So you and your Leo have come into each other's lives to help each other see things from a different viewpoint or a different angle. So I feel before the relationship can be finalized further or come into a deeper level or the next level, you guys are just kind of, helping each other see things in a different way, helping balance each other out before the next big thing can happen. I also feel that like with your Leo, I'm going to be honest, I feel like they're going through so many changes in July, and they're going through a lot of like blockages being removed, and a lot of healing, energetic healing that's happening here, coming into a higher vibration. They're going to be tired. Like they're going to need a moment to catch their breath, even though there's a lot of positive things that seem to be coming up and a lot of progress in like you guys becoming closer or having a healthier relationship. They're going to need a moment to take all of this in. Some of it's going to feel very overwhelming for them. So the biggest piece of advice that I can give to you, Crosswatcher, if you are dealing with a Leo that's going through this kind of change, you might sense and you might feel that Leo is feeling a little bit overwhelmed or a little bit kind of like taken aback by all of the changes and all this love that's coming in. And you might feel like, oh, well, Leo's just afraid, and I'm just going to love Leo extra hard. I'm just going to be this great big ball of light, and I'm just going to shine bright, and I'm going to give them all this love until they're not afraid anymore. But when you do that, it's like you're chasing after a squirrel trying to give the squirrel a peanut. That squirrel doesn't understand you're trying to give it something good. That squirrel is going to freak out and run the heck away. That squirrel is going to try to distance themselves and get to a safe corner. But if you can just kind of sit there and be still and have that peanut in your hand and let that squirrel see you and let that squirrel sniff around and let that squirrel come up to you when it's ready, then you're going to be able to, have this opportunity to share this tender, beautiful moment. But if you're like trying to say, hey, look, let me give you this. Hey, look, let me give you this. Hey, I have something good for you. It can be too overwhelming for them. So the Hanged Man is like your Leo needs a moment. Your Leo needs a moment to take in all of these changes and just be chill, be cool, be there, be beside them. You can be affectionate, you can be checking in on them and all that stuff, but also you want to be able to give them that time to just kind of take this all in, right? Even though you're giving them something good, it could add to that overwhelming feeling if you're trying to make them less scared, or if you're trying to prove or show them that like you're a good option for them here. Like it might be more than they can process. Like they just kind of need that chill energy. okay? Especially after the really big changes that they're going through. So I hope this was helpful for you, Crosswatcher. You might need a personal private reading. I'm more than happy to do that. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of this video, you can schedule a private reading with me. Be sure that you watch your love video for your sun sign, which is going to be up within 48 hours of this video posting for the month of July. Check out your own love video. And guys, every single week, I do a weekly forecast for each of the signs, and it's about focusing on you. I know love is important. I know everybody wants to know about their love life. I get it. I understand it's an important part of being human. We all want love. Nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we get so caught up in watching love videos and cross-watcher videos that we forget about ourselves. We forget about looking into ourselves and us and other aspects of our life and our identity. And so for that reason, every single week, I do a weekly forecast that's about focusing on you, your path, your energy, you, and nobody else. So I hope that you will take advantage of those videos as well. Again, I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, following me on social media for the card of the day and the pick a card game. And I thank you for that, my dears, and I'm wishing you a fabulous July.